If you have $100,000 in your account and the market drops by 50%, your account balance drops to $50,000. If the market recovers by 50% to its original level, your $50,000 has a 50% increase, or $25,000, totaling $75,000. So even though the market had a full recovery, you're still $25,000 in the hole. With your 401k or IRA, this happens to you every time there's a market downturn. Let's look at some actual market numbers. This is a hypothetical $100,000 invested in the S&P 500 from 1998 through 2010. From 1998 to 1999, there was a 21.11% increase, leaving an account balance of $121,110. From 1999 through 2002, the S&P had declines totaling 43.36%. And from 2002 through 2005, it had increases totaling 44.33%. Yet, your account balance would have been $112,574. That's $8,536 below our 1999 total. Worse yet, you've just wasted 5 years of your investment life. Let's look at what happens with your personalized retirement plan if you have zero losses on down years and your upside potential is capped at 15%. Wait a second, you're saying my upside gain is capped at 15%? That's right, your upside gain will be capped somewhere between 12% and 15% depending upon the plan. Now I know what you're thinking. There's the catch. I knew this thing was too good to be true. But wait, don't bail on me just yet. In a minute, I'm going to explain how this ingenious cap strategy allows you to take advantage of the stock market volatility to grow your retirement even when the market isn't growing. Back to our hypothetical $100,000 invested in the S&P. As you can see, from 1999 through 2002, had you been in this strategy, your account balance would have stayed level at $115,000. Not only was your original principal of $100,000 protected, but your first year gain of $15,000 was also locked in and protected from loss. If you remember from the previous chart, by 2005, the S&P had made a full recovery, but your account balance was still $8,536 below the high of 1999. Had you been in this strategy, your account balance would have been $153,579. We can also see during the major market meltdown of 2008, your account balance would have stayed level at $186,227. In 2010, your ending account balance would have been $244,828, with a 140% increase versus the 25% increase of the S&P 500. Even though the S&P had 3 years of growth well above your 15% cap, your 4 years of zero losses made a dramatic difference in your ending account balance. The 15% cap to the upside allows you to have a 0% floor on the downside. And by locking in the gains every year, your retirement continues to grow even when the stock market doesn't. You now have the ability to build your retirement no matter what the stock market does. So ask yourself this: why would I want my hard-earned retirement dollars at risk in the market when I could do as well or possibly better without the risk? Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. What exactly is this thing, and why have you never heard of it? First, just because you've never heard of it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It doesn't mean hundreds of thousands of people aren't already using it, and it doesn't mean all the advantages I've already talked about aren't absolutely real and waiting for you to take advantage of them. The reason you've probably never heard of it is because it's a newly designed life insurance product called Indexed Universal Life, or IUL for short. Now, stick with me. Don't be fooled by any stereotypes of what you might think an IUL is. This is different than any kind of whole life or variable life or universal life product you may have heard of or purchased before. The fact is, an IUL is more about savings than it is about life insurance, although it does a nice job of providing that too. Now, hopefully, the tax and principal protection advantages, along with the ability to link to the stock market with zero risk, will keep you interested enough to learn more. The fact is, an IUL, when structured and funded properly, beats the pants off a 401k or IRA in every comparison category that matters, including growth, risk, liquidity, flexibility, longevity, and fees. The fact is, insurance companies are extremely conservative and by law are required to hold cash reserves equivalent to their obligations to policyholders. You're probably thinking, what about AIG? AIG is the best example I can give you for representing the safety and protection provided by an insurance product. AIG is a parent company that owns multiple insurance companies. It was the parent company that sold the credit default swaps to back mortgages. Credit default swaps are not an insurance product. They were actually illegal until Wall Street convinced Washington to pass a special law allowing their existence. When AIG, the parent company, got in trouble and needed funds to pay off their credit default swap debt, they tried to pull cash reserves from the insurance companies they own. But the state insurance commissioners stepped in and blocked that attempt, preserving the integrity of the insurance policies, and no AIG policy owner lost a single dime of their money. Every state has an insurance commissioner in place to ensure the necessary capital reserves are held and policyholders are protected. Now, you may have heard you should never consider insurance as a retirement savings vehicle. I'll answer that concern next.